good evening. Well, if you're watching us right now, you're fully aware that the state is under a tsunami alert. That said, what you're doing is the right thing to do. We ask you to pay attention, stay with your media for updates. Here in Oahu tonight, I'm surrounded by a bunch of people who are going to give you some really pertinent information. But I ask that you stay calm. If you're in a low-lying area, please get to high ground. You'll hear about our emergency centers that are open, and I'll let Randy Collins, our Emergency Management Services Director, tell you that. But we need people to cooperate with each other. Right now, the roads are full, people trying to move. We ask you to stay calm, cooperate, and get to high ground, if at all possible, where you are. We promise to give you complete updates. Right now, the expected time of anything that might happen here in Oahu is going to be somewhere around 7:15. We're expecting it to be at Kauai around 7:10. We'll know. We've been told by Civil Defense that when it passes the island of Midway, we'll get a good read as to what we can expect, and that's not scheduled to happen for a while yet. But we promise to keep you updated. Please stay close to your media. Listen. If you are in a safe place, stay there. And if you're not, do something about it. Get to higher ground. So with that, I want to bring up Randy Collins, who is our Emergency Management Services Director. Randy.
Thank you, sir. Good evening. As the mayor indicated, our number one priority is to get people to safety. So get out of the tsunami zones, out of the tsunami inundation areas. Those are clearly marked by the tsunami zone signs that you've seen around that we worked hard in instilling over the past year to make sure that you're aware of where those tsunami zones are. You can also find out more information at www.honolulu.gov/DEM. There you will be able to find all the various types of resources about these tsunami warnings. As the mayor mentioned, our number one priority is life safety. And so right now it's an easy thing. Get away from the beaches, get inland, and get upward. So that's our message right now. I would also tell you that we are working hard with all of the city agencies and other stakeholders to make sure that we are activating the tsunami assembly areas around the Oahu. And we want everyone to, if you do live in an area that's within a tsunami area, first and foremost, go to a friend's house, go to a neighbor's house, go to your workplace, but go inward and upward out of the tsunami area. If you have no other place to go, then go to the tsunami assembly areas that we have activated around Oahu. Would also encourage you to not call 911 for evacuation out of your home. Depend on your friends and family and your neighbors to help you get out of the tsunami zones. 911 services are not for helping to evacuate. Our 911 services are for in danger of life and health services. And so we don't want to over or inundate the 911 centers. So please make sure that you use all other resources available to you to evacuate out of the tsunami zone and get to those other refuge areas. And again, as a last resort, go to those tsunami assembly areas. And with that, I'm going to turn it over to Ocean Safety for some information about what's happening on the beaches.
Hold on one second. I have Mayor step in.
Sure.
The tone was running over the TV. All right. Well, good evening again. I guess the tone was running. So I want to open up by saying if you're watching us right now, no doubt you understand that we're under a full tsunami alert here. And so that said, we at this point are taking that most seriously. And our appeal to you is to, if you're in a low-lying area, get yourself safe, get to higher ground. Okay, we ask people to stay calm, cooperate. We know the roads are full out there. Our anticipation right now, based on the latest information we have, is that we're a couple of hours away from any potential impact to Hawaii. We're going to get, as I understand it, we'll have a better read once it passes Midway, which should be substantially before then, and we'll be able to pass that on. I've come up here tonight with all the right people here to keep you informed. That's what we want to do, and we will continue to keep you informed. So everybody has power now. You have access to your media outlets. Pay attention, listen. We'll try to help you as much as we possibly can. All of our people are out there doing what they can to help people, but the best thing you can do is to help yourself and get you and your family safe. If you can, get to higher ground. Okay? So I'm going to bring up Ocean Safety right now. So.
Thank you, Mayor. Buck Giles from Ocean Safety. Not much to say, but just to reiterate, get to higher ground. Our lifeguard towers right now are closed. We have mobile responders currently giving warnings to people to get away from the beaches and out of the ocean. We've conducted ocean rescue warnings from Diamond Head through Kewalo Basin, as well as on the other sides of the island. But we really need to stress that get to higher ground, get out of those tsunami zones, just be smart and follow what the news is telling us. We will know more information as it comes. Again, we are here to help in before and after anything happens. Thank you very much.
Aloha, good evening. Chief Howe from the Honolulu Fire Department. Just like everyone else said, I'm not going to repeat, but we want everyone to stay safe, evacuate early so you don't put yourself in a tough situation. As far as for our response, we'll do our best to continue services. And at a certain point, our personnel would also have to relocate those low-lying areas. So we came up with a plan to move our resources inland and at a higher elevation. And we're just going to monitor all the reports that continue to come in. And again, try and maintain as much of our response capabilities as long as we can, and not to endanger our staff as well. So I'll hand off to HPD. Thank you.
Hello, everyone. Sergeant Dana Suzo from the Honolulu Police Department, Major Events Division. Most everybody said it before me. We'll continue to work with fire, any other emergency management agencies to ensure public safety. If you could rely on one another and utilize your resources as much as possible. And if you need to utilize 911 for concurring emergencies. Thank you.
Hi, Roger Morton, Director of Transportation Services. A little bit about our transit situation, that we are planning to stop operating any trip that was scheduled to start at after 6 p.m. So up until 6 p.m., we're going to continue to operate trips. Having said that, some of those trips would not have finished their trip and still be in a possible inundation zone. And so there may be detours that drivers will take people to higher ground if they're in danger. If you are a loved one of somebody that takes the bus and you haven't heard from them, then I would urge you to try to call them and tell them what's going on with the bus service. We have a lot of people that have language difficulties sometimes, and got to get the word out to your loved ones that after 6 p.m. we're going to suspend any service that starts after that point. For Skyline, we're going to run Skyline until the 6:35 trip from Halava, and that'll be the last Skyline. Now, having said all of that, we're going to be monitoring the situation very closely after the event. It's possible that we will restore service sometime in the evening. Thank you.
So I want to say it one more time. You can help yourself the best. We're here to help you, but we need you to help yourself as well. We would not be doing this if this wasn't most serious at this point in time. So please take this very seriously, and don't go down to the beach. Don't be looking at waves. Get yourself as high as you possibly can. So with that, if I can answer any questions, we'll be happy to do so. Yes. You know, I would imagine that HPD right now is out there trying to move traffic along to the best of their ability. I know we've gotten some calls that it is horrible, and people are in gridlock, and that's, you know, all I could ask is for people to keep their calm, and we'll try to move things along as best we can, you know.
We're getting calls from people who are disabled. Is there anything they can do with the handy van? Is there anything to try to evacuate or get to higher ground?
Yeah, Roger?
Yeah, we are stuck in 93% of our service right now is running late, and most of our assets are not in a position where we could respond at this point. We urge the families to try to to take advantage and keep their loved ones away if they're in low-lying areas.
Any other questions? Yes. Well, I know that they're doing a lot down in Waikiki if they're in hotels, and that each and every property, I think, has got their own plans, if you will. So pay attention. This is real. and it's most serious. And if they happen to be watching, we don't have these events very often, but when we do, they're real and they're serious. So we just ask you to pay attention, do what you've been asked to do, and we're all going to hope for the best. All right, we'll be back, okay? We'll keep you posted. Anything that we hear that's definitive, that could be of importance in news, we certainly will provide that. All right, thank you.